Days are looking dark for some superstars, so we'll see what's up there. We'll also check out what's up with Raquel Rodriguez, Dominik Mysterio, and more. Starting things off with one superstar that fans are extremely concerned about at the moment, and that individual is Giulia. It was massive news back in 2024 that Giulia was signing with WWE, and it was a massive moment when she debuted in NXT in late 2024. She felt like a big attraction, a massive star, and instantly rose to the top of the NXT women's division. It wasn't that long after that where Stephanie made her NXT debut, and together the both of them just really took over NXT and were both on top of the card. And in early 2025, Giulia was called up to the main roster and paired up with Roxanne as a tag team unit on Monday Night Raw. The pairing was extremely short-lived. Some fans even forget that the partnership ever happened in the first place because it was that brief. It looks like the pairing wasn't really going the way that they had originally envisioned, so they broke up Roxanne and Giulia, keeping Roxanne on Monday Night Raw and sending Giulia to Smackdown. It wasn't that long until Giulia was once again paired up with someone on the blue brand. Giulia was paired up with Kiana James, with Kiana serving as Giulia's main mouthpiece and manager. You can technically say the pairing was successful due to the fact that Giulia won the Women's United States title twice, but both of those title reigns were unfortunately very forgetful and extremely uneventful. And then when it came to splitting up Giulia and Kiana James, they gave Giulia this big babyface turning moment of beating up Kiana and officially marking her return as a babyface, which fans were really excited to see because Giulia's heel persona really wasn't going anywhere and had no momentum. So fans were happy that they were turning her babyface and getting fans on her side again. A lot of people thought this would be the turning point and saving grace for Giulia's run on the main roster. But now fans are losing hope because even with the babyface turn, they're still not doing much with Giulia and her momentum has once again flatlined. She has started to go on a massive losing streak on the main roster. They even have her losing matches on the lower card television programs such as Main Event. Giulia has also been revealed to be Blake Monroe's first opponent on SmackDown during the August 21st edition of the show. And considering that this is Blake's main roster debut match, and something that they've been teasing since April, there's just no way at all that Blake Monroe is going to lose her SmackDown debut match. So you can mark that down on the calendar as another automatic loss for Giulia. So this really has fans feeling like the sky is truly falling for Giulia. She turned babyface and it did absolutely nothing for her momentum. She's on a losing streak, she's losing matches on even the smaller shows, and she's going to lose to Blake Monroe. All of that has fans in a full panic that things are truly over for Giulia on the main roster. She's just been used as an enhancement talent in recent weeks, and fans are just having a lot of trouble trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel for Giulia. A lot of fans like to compare Stephanie and Giulia because they both came into NXT and the main roster around the same time, but their careers have obviously taken two completely different trajectories. Stephanie is trending upwards. Stephanie already held a world title, had a WrestleMania match, she continues to be in the world title scene, and is a cornerstone of the women's division on Raw. Giulia is trending downwards. She's a two-time United States champion, but they never really did much with those title reigns for her. She hasn't come close at all to winning a world title, and is losing every single match as of late. So it is insane to see how those two came into the company pretty much together at the same time, but they have two different fates going on there right now. Fans are still hopeful, though, that things eventually start turning around for Giulia, because the woman truly is talented, and fans really want to see her used in a much more impactful way, instead of just losing all the time. Some more big things could be on the way for Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel recently broke through on Monday Night Raw and won her first singles title on the main roster when she captured the women's intercontinental title from Sol Ruca. It was a big moment for Raquel. That title win most definitely meant a lot for her personally. And it's also a great look for the Judgment Day overall, because now they have both the women's world title and women's intercontinental title within the group. But it looks like Raquel isn't settling right there at all. During a recent interview on Busted Open, Raquel revealed that she has had several conversations with Liv Morgan over the last few years about her winning the world title herself. Raquel said it's definitely something to look forward to in the future, and then she realized that it would be pretty cool to hold two championships at the same time, so she wouldn't mind winning a world title right now while she's still the Intercontinental Champion. If Raquel has her eyes on the women's world title right now, that does create a bit of an awkward situation, because it is her fellow Judgment Day member and best friend, Liv Morgan, who's the current champion. So if Raquel wants to hold two titles right now, she has to go through Liv Morgan to do it, and that's how she'll capture the world title on Raw. Or if Raquel has no preference and wouldn't mind coming after the women's title, then she can go after Chelsea Green on Smackdown. That also counts as a world title that she can simultaneously hold along with the intercontinental title. So Raquel isn't stopping at just the intercontinental title. It looks like she has her eyes on the world title scene right this second, even as the current intercontinental champion. So we'll have to wait and see what else she gets into there on either Raw and SmackDown, and if she does eventually come for one of these two current world champions in the women's division. Dominik Mysterio's next title defense for his Mega Championship has been revealed, and it'll no doubt be his biggest threat to the title yet. It has been revealed that at September's Triple Mania event, Dominik will be putting his title on the line against El Grande Americano. It'll no doubt be a huge main event match. It definitely seems like an instant classic on paper and should live up to those expectations, and fans are really feeling like this could be the end for Dominik's reign as champion. Right around that same week as Triple Mania is set to take place, Dominik Mysterio will surpass one entire year as Mega Champion. So with him surpassing that 1-year milestone, fans feel like this may be where he drops the title at. El Grande Americano has no doubt become one of the biggest stars in AAA over the last few months. He has all the momentum on his side, all of the fan support on his side, and everyone just feels like it's setting up the ultimate feel-good moment for El Grande Americano to dethrone Dominik and become the new champion at the massive event that is Triple Mania. Triple Mania pretty much is AAA's WrestleMania, so a huge title change in their world title scene does appear to make a lot of sense here in this spot. Dominik's reign comes to an end after a full year, and El Grande's reign over AAA finally gets officially started. If Dominik really is going to drop the title here like everyone expects him to, it also makes you wonder about what's next for Dominik. Will that officially mark the end of Dominik's time in AAA, or will he still be involved with the brand? Also makes you wonder what Dominik will continue to get into back on the main roster. The big topic in recent weeks has been that Dominik was allegedly a bit frustrated with his recent usage on the main roster. Dominik hasn't picked up a win on Raw in several months. His last win came early on during the King of the Ring tournament. So the rumor has been that Dominik is frustrated that he gets amazing usage in AAA, but gets booked like a joke on Raw. So hopefully that's something else that will be corrected there, and hopefully things get back on track for Dominik Mysterio. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.